In a world obsessed with flaunting wealth and status, there exists a hidden realm of the ultra-rich who defy our expectations. These are not the celebrities plastering social media with their latest extravagances. Instead, they are the silent wealthy, a group whose very existence challenges our perception of what it means to be rich. Their silence is not accidental. It's a deliberate choice, a shield protecting not just their fortunes, but their entire way of life. As we peel back the layers of this intriguing world, we begin to understand the high stakes of living in the shadows. For these ultra-wealthy individuals, privacy isn't just a preference, it's a matter of survival. A public persona can be a dangerous liability, inviting threats that most of us never have to consider. Kidnapping, extortion, and targeted crime become real possibilities when wealth is flaunted. It's no wonder then that the silent rich retreat into anonymity, safeguarding their families from the perils that come with public recognition. But their silence extends far beyond personal security. It's a strategic approach that permeates every aspect of their lives, from complex financial maneuvers to business negotiations and even philanthropy. In the intricate world of finance, these individuals engage in elaborate tax planning strategies, utilizing offshore accounts and convoluted structures that most of us can barely comprehend. While legal, these tactics thrive in obscurity, allowing the ultra-wealthy to minimize their tax burdens and avoid public scrutiny. Where the average person sees impenetrable walls, the silent rich have constructed labyrinths, further concealing their activities from prying eyes. As we delve deeper into this clandestine world, we'll uncover how silence becomes a powerful tool in negotiations, philanthropy, and preserving generational wealth. The silent rich invite our curiosity, proving that in a society that values candor, sometimes the most profound influence comes from those we hear the least. As we delve deeper into the world of the silent rich, we discover a stark contrast to the ostentatious displays of wealth we've grown accustomed to seeing. These individuals don't reside in sprawling mansions or glittering penthouses, but rather in unassuming neighborhoods, blending seamlessly into the fabric of everyday life. Consider Bill Ackman, a hedge fund manager of unparalleled financial prowess. Unlike his peers who flaunt their success, Ackman chooses to live in a modest suburban home. This decision stands in sharp contrast to celebrities like Jay-Z and Beyonce, who readily showcase their multi-million-dollar investments and lavish lifestyles. But it's not just their choice of residence that sets the silent rich apart. It's the very nature of how they approach their wealth and success. Take the late Steve Jobs, a pioneer of technology who shunned public appearances and kept his affairs discreet. Now compare this to the likes of Kim Kardashian, who thrives in the media spotlight, turning her financial ventures into public spectacles. This quieter approach extends into their social lives as well. While high-profile wealthy individuals often cultivate vast networks for promotional gain, the silent rich find meaning in smaller, more authentic interactions. Warren Buffett, for instance, has famously chosen his circle carefully, valuing genuine friendship and insight over broad recognition. Even in philanthropy, the divide is evident. Larry Ellison supports educational and healthcare initiatives quietly, aiming for impactful contributions without seeking public approval. Meanwhile, celebrities like Taylor Swift turn their giving into high-profile campaigns, using philanthropy as a platform to enhance their brand visibility. The silent rich focus on long-term success rather than chasing social capital and immediate trends. Charles Koch, for example, adopts strategies aimed at generational wealth, investing in undervalued assets rather than riding waves of fleeting market fads. It's an approach born not from momentary passions, but from clear-eyed foresight. For these individuals, education is an investment in personal growth rather than a status symbol. Richard Branson's unconventional learning journey, shaped by his experiences with dyslexia, underscores this philosophy. He views self-improvement as an endless process, eschewing the societal notion of educational prestige that others eagerly grasp. In an age where visibility often defines success, the silent rich embody resilience in anonymity. They wield influence without needing the spotlight, molding their legacy in silence while their high-profile counterparts relentlessly chase public recognition. As we continue to explore this fascinating dichotomy, we're left to ponder. In a world that clamors for attention, could true power lie in discretion and thoughtful engagement, The influence of wealth on society extends far beyond personal luxuries, shaping the very fabric of our world in ways both seen and unseen. This dynamic between the silent rich and their more vocal counterparts presents a fascinating, often perplexing narrative. Consider the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, a prime example of silent wealth at work. Rather than seeking media applause, they focus on measurable results, quietly funneling over $5 billion into global health initiatives and education reform in 2021 alone. Their approach is distinctly understated, targeting tangible changes like reducing malaria and enhancing education in underserved communities. These actions, hidden from the spotlight, ripple through society like quiet waves. But are these silent benefactors truly making the most impact? Critics argue that while the silent rich pour resources into long-term projects, they may be overshadowed by the clamorous actions of their vocal counterparts. Take Oprah Winfrey, for instance. She leverages her star power to ignite public dialogues, sparking awareness campaigns that rally countless supporters around urgent social issues. Her foundation's commitment to education for girls becomes a clarion call, inspiring other philanthropists to open their wallets. The question lingers, do these flashy, public efforts yield quicker results than the silent contributions that often require decades to manifest? But the influence of silent wealth extends beyond charity. It also shapes policy, albeit behind closed doors. The Koch brothers, through their extensive network, mold American politics, championing causes that might not always align with public sentiment. Their quiet brand of lobbying, funding think tanks, and spearheading legislation sparks frustration among those who believe transparency should accompany significant wealth. Yet, does this approach impact society more effectively than the visible advocacy of someone like Richard Branson, who rallies crowds around climate change with his celebrity status? Even in the realms of art and culture, we see this dichotomy at play. Families like the Gettys contribute quietly but profoundly, preserving our cultural heritage without seeking accolades. Their patronage seeps into society, enriching the cultural landscape subtly but powerfully. Contrast this with Leonardo DiCaprio, who uses documentaries to agitate for environmental reform, creating a cultural storm that urges immediate action. As we observe these two worlds, a stark contrast emerges. The silent contributors build foundational changes that take time to bloom, while their vocal counterparts mobilize public sentiment swiftly, addressing immediate crises. This juxtaposition evokes frustration, curiosity, and a deep-seated desire to define which is the more effective route to societal change. Yet, perhaps the answer isn't as simple as choosing one approach over the other. Could it be that true societal advancement is born from a blend of both strategies? As we continue to explore this complex dynamic, we're left to ponder how these seemingly opposing forces might coexist and complement each other in their pursuit of a better world. As we delve deeper into the world of the silent rich, we find ourselves caught in a paradox of admiration and criticism. These individuals, who have amassed fortunes beyond imagination, are often elevated to an almost mythic status in our society. Yet, this reverence comes with a price. Adam Smith, in his Theory of Moral Sentiments, cautioned against this blind adulation. He warned that this disposition to admire the rich and the powerful is the great and most universal cause of the corruption of our moral sentiments. Smith's words echo through time, challenging us to question our societal values. But as we grapple with this admiration, a troubling question emerges. In a world where the wealth gap continues to widen dramatically, where billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk possess fortunes that eclipse the GDPs of entire nations, are these silent rich accountable for the world they help shape through their silence? Their quietude in the face of pressing socio-economic issues ignites fierce debates about responsibility. While their philanthropic efforts may seem noble on the surface, critics argue that these grand gestures of giving back often lack transparency. Is immense wealth merely a shield for personal privacy, or should it be an invitation to engage in ethical discourse that shapes our collective future? This divide is further complicated by cultural perceptions. In some societies, silence about wealth is seen as the epitome of humility. In others, it's viewed as a missed opportunity for communal upliftment. Should the silent rich retreat further into the shadows to conform to certain societal expectations? Or should they leverage their fortunes more openly for innovation and social change? This tension reflects a wider societal yearning for accountability from those who hold significant power through their wealth. The media often romanticizes these wealthy figures, inadvertently veiling their responsibilities. But scandals like the Panama and Paradise Papers have shed light on how secrecy can shield moral obligations. These revelations compel us to shift our gaze from blind admiration to critical scrutiny. With every unexamined fortune lies the potential for detachment, a psychological distance that wealth can create, breeding a lack of empathy for the struggles of ordinary citizens. In this context, our perception of the silent rich evolves into a call for action, a plea to bridge the chasm between privilege and responsibility. As we continue to explore this complex landscape, we're left to ponder, should we comfortably reside in reverence of the silent rich, or should we raise our voices and challenge? The answer to this question may well shape the future of our society and the role of wealth within it. As we conclude our exploration of the silent rich and their vocal counterparts, we're left with a profound realization. Neither group holds a monopoly on progress. Instead, they form a complex tapestry of influence, each thread vital in its own right. The silent rich, with their patient, long-term strategies, lay foundations for enduring change. Meanwhile, their vocal counterparts ignite immediate action, rallying public support for pressing issues. Both approaches, though vastly different, are crucial in addressing the multifaceted challenges our world faces. Perhaps the question isn't about who does it better, but how these seemingly opposing forces can coexist and complement each other. As we reflect on their contributions and influence, we are challenged to reconsider our perceptions of wealth, power, and responsibility. In the end, true societal advancement may well stem from a harmonious blend of both quiet dedication and vocal advocacy. The silent rich and their outspoken peers, each in their unique way, are shaping our world. It's up to us to recognize, understand, and engage with this complex dynamic as we all strive for a better future.